All right, so here at Open, the only one that I really like so far is ADTX. ADTX looks okay. If this next 1 minute can hold up above the VWAP. So far it's holding. Our leading gapper is LVTX, but it's, as of right now, ADTX, in my opinion, looks the best. But let's go ahead and check out the other one while this one's pulling back here. LVTX. This one's already under VWAP. It's kind of sold off sideways pre-market. I mean, I'm not really. It actually made a nice move, a nice climb on its 5 minute at least, but now it's pulling back too much, and now it's under VWAP on its 1 minute. Oh, and it's 5 minute, right? Or all time frames. Jeez. Uh, so it's not like super exciting for me at the moment. It is hitting our support line. I would say it's a lot more interesting if we can get back above this level here. So we'll mark this one as our change in. Really, it should be right here. Our change of momentum area should be around this level, so 75. And then from there, we could have a profit target to potentially over 6. But as of right now, it's pulling back too much, I think. And it's not a stock I can really trust at the moment. I want to see it back above its pink line. We should be good there. But ADTX, let's see, this one's on short sell restriction. It's not easy to borrow. And we got LITM. It's another one that was on the gap scan. And that's kind of it. MLCO. This one's easy to borrow. This one also doesn't look so bad, actually. Pretty loud on volume, though. Okay, so MLCO is setting up on its 1 minute. But with the decreasing volume that it's having on this candle, it doesn't really have me convinced. It's really low volume, high red volume on its last candle. And even if I did get in on this, where should I go? My profit target would have to be the high of 28, and that's if we broke. But if it broke that high, where's my profit target? I mean, high here is 644. So broke it slow there, now it's popped all the way back up. From 25 to 29, 33 now. So I wasn't expecting this spike. I didn't want to get in at the top here either. So really that was about 10 cents of a move. Never seen a little more of it. While this is happening, I'm missing out on ADTX, which just hit the scans. That was an obvious, man, that was an obvious play. Let's go to LVTX, see if this one's not doing the same. So ADTX. Wow, that was obvious. It's too bad I missed this one. Too focused on MLCO. So it seems like we're showing a little more strength today than we have been these several days. It's 36 to 44. Double check on LVTX. So this one could not hold above the VWAP. MLCO, where's this one at? Nice climb on MLCO here. Got a 2 candle pullback. We were watching it all to just range, but dipped all the way back down there into the 20s for a second. 5 minute doesn't look so bad. Broke its high already on its daily. So it is easy to borrow, so I could also short it when it comes into play. Waiting for ADTX here to fall back down so I could take an entry. Might just double top here at 350. High of this candle pre-market is what? Yeah, 50. So no, surge 360 there. I'd prefer if this 1 minute candle broke it slow here and then popped back up. 36 could be a potential entry target if it pulls back that low into the 30s. Getting long there. No fill at 36 there. Well, now I'm curious as to whether I do want to get filled here or not, just because it's 5 minutes of complete doji at this point. This 5 minute would need to pop up here. It's pulled back way too much. So we have an inside candle here, practically a double bottom. High is 46. I do like this, so I'll take a starter here of 750 shares because I'm pretty confident in this move. Wait for it to break out here. Not breaking out, selling there for a loss. So I was pretty confident in it just because it was a double bottom inside candle here. It was green and then red and then green. So it was holding up its levels. What kind of had me spooked was the MACD coming to that low, but there was no momentum to it. There was nothing going for it. So I wasn't even going to hold that, especially since right now it's looking like it wants to break below 40. It's not worth holding, especially if, you know, there's no follow through with it. I was really looking for an immediate surge there from 48, maybe to a double top of 60 up here, but no, it's not wanting to do it, so it's just breaking lower. At this point, it's kind of flagging down anyways. So that's the can I would have least expected to take off here. Would not have expected this candle to just start ripping, especially with the way this 1 minute finished low. Not something I would have expected there at all. I'm pretty surprised that this one's just taking off the way it is. I figured it would happen on the previous candle that I bought in on, or sold out on, but I guess not. If this continues to sideways consolidate, I will buy the next 5-minute candle, but we need to make sure that this is actually going to hold these levels. 5-minute candle to break its 5-minute high on both minutes. So we have this one, which is so far high is 55 compared to this one 60. That's probably what I'll be going for. As of right now, we don't have any obvious pattern that I can really see at the moment. We are getting a triangle formation in a way, but nothing that's completed itself yet. I wanted to buy that dip, but I didn't see it come below 40 on the bid. Gotta be careful here. A lot of sellers stacked at 45 now. See if we're finally gonna break this low here. Let's go back to MLCO, see what this one's doing. So finally getting that pullback on this one. I mean, I guess we had one earlier, right? This one is now easy to borrow. Its next 5-minute will open pretty low. As long as it holds below 50 here, I could take a small starter. I'll take one at 49. Small starter at 49. I'm looking for this to come back to this low here of at least, oh well, shoot. 49, low is 39, so that would be my target, I guess. And then after that target, we can come to this low or this high here of 628, which would be around VWAP. So I'll wait for this to slowly make its way down to VWAP here. Give it some more time. This next 5-minute will open pretty low. So I'll give this one some more time. We'll go ahead and focus on ADTX in the meantime. ADTX here, I do like it for a long. It is closing in on this triangle finally, so I'll take a starter here at 45. No fill. See if it's a false break. So far it's a false break. It's unfortunate this 5 minutes closing the way it's closing. I was hoping that it would finish a little higher than this. Long there at 46. A lot of sellers stacked, so I'm gonna have to bail. We have to surge through 96 here. There it is. Break a 50 maybe? Not quite. Selling at 49. No fill at 49. Cancel my order. Looking for a last surge through 49. A lot of green coming through. High this candle on the 5-minute is 55. That's what I'd be going for. Or the 60. So we get this last surge. There's 50. Can we break through 50? There it is, 51. Selling at 51. It's not breaking. Seems like they're all stacked against us, so probably this next 1 minute can do it. MLCO. Ooh, I'm gonna have to stop out on this one. Pretty deep in the red at this point. I'm expecting a pullback, so I'm not too surprised about this, but not this much of a pullback, so we're gonna stop out here. I had to hit the bid there at the high, unfortunately. This is a 48 to 60, so that's a 12-cent loss. So it's nothing too crazy. I was expecting to go a little lower. I did hit our 40, so our first profit target did hit that. I guess I was just dreaming when I was trying to shoot for the other one. There's only a little bit of sense I was going for anyway, so that's a bad risk reward ratio there. Wasn't expecting the 5 minute to recover the way it was, especially since the 5 minute was finishing such a massive doji. But after its massive pullback like that, I'm not too surprised. I think now it's finally going to start breaking lower, unfortunately. So I had a feeling I stopped out because I felt this was going to be a pullback, but I just didn't expect it to pull back that much. So now we're all the way back down to where it was. It's kind of annoying. SHPH is hitting the scans actually. I do like it's 1 minute here. Looks like we're breaking out of a triangle formation, higher lows every time. Ah, that was such a bad fill. Nah, I need to stop out. That was such a bad fill. That was so bad. I tried to get it in the 50s and I pressed it so late, I guess, in the 60s, and it filled me at the very top 68. That was a completely unnecessary loss there. That was so bad. Look at that drop. Crazy, man. That was weird. The ask was lower than the bid right there. It was 36 by 43. A crazy drop. That sucks that I took that loss there though. That I completely got filled. Like, I got filled so high. That sucks. I was just an unnecessary loss there. Go back to MLCO. Another pop up double bottom here. See if this candle can pull back. I'll get it on this next 1 minute for the break of this high. 66. Pull back to around 50. For sure, I take a starter. Take a starter here at 50, full 58, I guess. Looking for the break into the 60s. A lot of green coming through, no break. There's 60. Get the break of 60 here. My target would be the high of 66, 61, 62. Massive sellers stacked there. Double top on this high of the 5 minute. Stopping out there at 58. Break even trade. This is taking way too long. Practically a double top there. It should have just broke out. If it breaks out here, that's gonna be ridiculous. I'm gonna be so surprised. $10-minute high, 66. So support would be at 50, I guess. Could take another starter at 50. We're already taking some big losses today. And we have a decrease in volume. It's probably just not worth trading. Honestly, it's probably just not worth trading. ADTX here coming back above VWAP. Could take a starter. I'm in there at 38, 500 shares, looking for this to rip back above. Nothing going on so far. Selling there for a loss, 35. I'm not gonna wait it out for a flush. It should have just ripped already. I like that it was finishing above VWAP, and then when it opened below, I was just like, I don't know how I feel about that. Volume's dying out too, so I should chill out. I'm taking big size for no reason. MLCO with some more sideways consolidation here. Still have about another minute 30 for its next 5-minute open. Getting long here at 61. Looking for the break of its 66 high. $66. Can we break that high? 69, 70. There it is. Sell half at 70. Where are we going with this? 73, 74. Selling the rest at 73. Not quite. Stopping out. Selling the rest at 70 there. So, full position, double the commission loss on that. So that was only a 9-cent move with double the commission. So I was waiting for that move this entire time. Just took so long to get it. Was expecting it to happen here. I think this was a bad trade. It's just obviously it just didn't break out. Just double topped here. And then sideways consolidated. And now that I see it here, finally made that move. Sold half. Could have kept it actually. And rode this all the way to 680 maybe. I just had no profit target for it specifically. I didn't really know how far this thing could go. So once I'd seen resistance there at 72, 73, I was like, okay, it's probably done. But it could break its 5-minute high, or I could just wait for a 5-minute low to happen again. Or not 5-minute low, a 1-minute low to break, and then buy the dip, and then get in again. High is 66. We could take an entry here at 66. I'm at risk of it breaking its low here though. I'll wait for it to settle out. 60 is really our primary support, I would say. So high of this candle 70. We could take a starter. Taking a starter here at 69 with 1,000 shares. Looking for that break of 70. And ultimately it's 73 or 74 high break on its 5-minute. 70. Can we break through 74? So we're knocking out 70 here. Not quite. $71 now. See 72, 74. $71 now, 72. See the break of 72. Nah, I'm gonna stop out. It's not doing it. It's taking way too long. It should have just broke there. 74 is the high. That's taking way too long. The break even trade there. I'm not gonna risk giving it all back on that. It should have just broke out right there. There's no reason it had to keep waiting. You just have sellers stacked. I swear if this bounces and rips, oh, it's gonna be so annoying. I don't think I did that bad on that one either. I mean, I bought the low there on that 1 minute. Just had no momentum I gave it so much time because it had a lot of time. I was expecting at the last couple seconds of this 1 minute candle to actually rip, but I couldn't even do that. So that's where I'm like, now it looks like it's kind of bear flagging at this point. Could get short on it and look for the break of this low here, 64. Break of 64, we can see this down to 60. There's back to 72 though. Not making a lower low yet. $73, $75, $76. That's probably what I would have just got rid of it. It's no follow through anymore. It's kind of dying out. The next 10 minutes gonna open here. I don't even have a profit target if I want to go for something. Next 5 and 10 minutes gonna open here. I don't really know where this can go. I think it's gonna be a false break. It's gonna break the high and then it's gonna start hitting on its downtrend finally. 78. There's 80. Looks like a rejection back to 76 here. Getting short here at 76. Looking for this to pull back. I guess my target would be the low of this candle, 68. And go for that target, I guess. See if you can break this low. If not, I'm going to stop out here. So broke the low, but not where I wanted. So selling my position here at 73. Not filled, stopping out 75. I'm distracted at the moment. There's a mosquito flying around me here, so I'm trying to kill it. Got it. So, man, this is a tough stock. I'm literally fighting commissions at this point. Giving back all my profit for commission. Let's check on ADTX. Check on the other stocks. Wow, look at this nice recovery on this one. So I'm literally fighting with commission, giving back all my profit with it. Taking smaller share size, but even then, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm just giving away all my profit. I don't even really have that much, if I'm being honest, but everything that I do have, obviously, it's all going to commission at this point. So I could take a starter here at 42 on ADTX. Hit 42 on the bid, but I should have taken it there at 45. Damn. Or 44, whatever. Look at that. I should have taken that. That was obvious. I should have taken that. I even said 42. Hit exactly where I wanted it. Wanted it to hit, and no trade. Damn, that sucks. That was a really obvious one. That was completely my fault there. I was hesitating between over trading and keeping it cool. Look at that, all the way back, all the way to 60. Broke the high. Now it's all the way back down to 52. Sheesh. That sucks. That was a perfect entry, 42 flat. I could have entered at 43, and I didn't take that. That's completely on me. If this candle can sideways consolidate, I'll get in for the next 1 minute high to break its 5-minute high as well. So we broke the 5-minute high 60. We broke it by 3 cents, and that's about it. So no real follow through. Scalps aren't really that significant. We have to look for bottom trades, I guess. By the dip around support. I don't want it to break out on this 1 minute candle here. I don't even know where I'd want to buy this dip, especially with a MACD coming as low as it's coming here. So I could buy the dip, but it's 5 minutes finishing in a doji. It's not looking so good. It's too bad that this isn't easy to borrow. Meanwhile, MLCO is making a clean move here from 80 all the way to 88 now. So that was like a nice little wedge here, and then a squeeze. This is an ascending wedge, I guess. It's too bad this one's not easy to borrow. I would have shorted this one right there at VWAP already. My target would have been like 24. 10 minutes finishing so low. That's insane. So like right here, it'd still be holding my short position in anticipation of it being a false break and then going below, but I don't know. It broke its 5-minute low. I would have probably had to stop out here if it broke this high. My stop would be the high 41, or basically double top there, but depends on if it holds this VWAP level or not, because it could come down these last couple seconds. It's 36. Low of this candle here is 34. There's a spike, and that's where I would get rid of it. 41, that would be my stop. So my entry would have been around this level anyways, but could be a false break on me here before you see a flush. Which I hate those. I hate that they do that. It's like a little scare. Everybody stops out, and then boom, it just tanks. So let's see what this is gonna do. Broke his high, hit 42. My stop was 41. And then we'll see if this continues higher, or if this is just gonna flush below view up, hit a low of 32 or something. So far, it's still holding though, which is good. I mean, it's kind of kind of tricky find out which direction this one's going at this point, but right now it seems like it's holding pretty well, so it could be a long. Held up above view up perfectly. Let's check out MLCO here. I feel like MLCO at this point can start consolidating. It's failed 2 times up here. I feel like I'll enter for a short here at 89. Let's see what this wants to do. In at 89, stop's gonna be the high this, well, I can't really have it the high of that candle just because it probably will break that high, but potential false break. So there's a drop, it's 86, it's 85, 84, 82. Wow, look at this drop. I'm selling there. Selling my full position here at 80. What a drop. That was perfect timing. That was actually really perfect timing. So I didn't sell for the full size. Obviously, it went to 76. I sold at 80. I mean, it was too quick to decide on a profit target. I technically hit the level that I wanted. I had seen this at a glance. So I kind of was like, ooh, I should probably sell here. But I mean, I could have waited it out and sold down here, waited for 72. But I don't think it was a bad sell selling there where I did. Because, I mean, I did take a quick glance at the 5-minute as well. And I was like, ooh, this is probably too big of a drop here. It's probably going to pop afterwards, which it, I guess, did in a way. That nice bounce here, though, all the way up to 690 again. Crazy bounce there. So what a pop there on this stock, all the way back up to 696. Potentially 7. I think it's gonna break 7. You just have a massive seller here at 7. But honestly, I think that's kind of it for me. I think let's see what we're down. 132. So took big size. A lot of it, well, Jesus, 110 of it practically is from commission. This is what I'm saying. We're eating so much with commission. So that's where majority of my loss has been. really most of these days, that's one of the problems I have is over trading. There's a break of 7, nice rip. So 3. So that was from what, 95 all the way to 703. That was a good break there. But most of my loss is from over trading. It's like little scalps like this in between. I take big size, 1,000 shares here. I mean, with a break-even trade, 33-cent loss on commission there. So every single time it's just about 3 cents of a loser. This one was just a mess up in general on MLCO. I'm green now on MLCO, but because of the fees, I'm down about $50. So down about 50 there. The other ones, not big losers, just like small little losers. But again, all these little in-between scalps I'm making here. If I took bigger size, so for example, on this rip here from 61 all the way to 70, if I took 1,000 shares, that's $90. The fees wouldn't even matter at that point. Like I'm up in general. Took small size on these losers, okay. Took big size here on this short. Imagine 89 all the way to 80. So another 9-cent move similar to that one. So 9 cents, 1,000 shares is another $90, $180. So let's just say 20 of that, or let's just say even 40 of that goes to commission. Okay, $40 of 180, I made 140 profit on this stock, but I have to take big size. So like big size and get a big move like that. Otherwise, just small little scalps. I have to basically get above 3 cents to break even or be profitable on basically any stock. Which sucks. So if it's small little things like this where I'm expecting a breakout and then it actually doesn't do it, just holds, then it's kind of like, what am I gonna do? It's like this one, false break on me, sold, break even, 500 shares. I mean, if this broke out like it did on this candle, that would have been perfect. That's what I was kind of expecting back here, was for a rip to 60. But I mean, obviously didn't happen. So if I got that, I mean, that would have been a good $50. Let's just say. 10 cents, right? So unfortunately it didn't happen. There's not much I could really do about that. It's just what it is. So taking a $132 loss, like I said, most of it's on commission, unfortunately. I don't know. Really, I'm supposed to be down about $22, but I can't really do that if I'm racking up these commissions. So I made a list of all the stuff I'm doing right and stuff I'm doing wrong, and things I'm having to think about. I'm still not complete with this list. I started making it this weekend of things I should work on. So like one of the ones that I am doing currently is over trading. I'm taking larger share sizes, right? So as you can see here, I took a 500 share position, about 1,000 share position right here. But I'm taking them when I'm like confident that it's gonna do it. Like when I'm feeling really confident, really good about the position, I feel like this is what it has to do, then that's why I take this position. So like right here on this move here, you get a 3 candle pullback practically, but this one settles out and this one actually opens pretty high. So I'm expecting this to just rip and break at least this high here of 73. But obviously no break. It didn't break fast enough. I gave it some time. Some might even say too much time, and I sold for a break-even trade. I was not going to let that turn to a loser, if not a big loser at least. So wasn't going to let that happen. But I feel that the more confident I am in my position, the bigger share size I should take. It's just unfortunate that when I do want to take even bigger share size, I'm so used to clicking the smallest share size that I just click it and then boom, it makes the move, and I feel a lot more confident in my position, just because I don't have any doubts or hesitation with taking a big size. Like, well, what if this turns against me, and start overthinking, and then I don't even take the trade in general. So in a way, small size is good, but at the same time, it's kind of hurting the account if it doesn't go my direction. It helps. It's good and bad, I guess. Like there's two sides to it. So like I could be profitable today if I took a large share position. Instead, I took a small one and I made money, but I'm still red overall because of the commission. So I don't know. I got to find out, where to take large share size, or if I should even be taking large share sizes. Trading low volume stocks. So this one, once it started decreasing, I started realizing like, okay, it's decreasing back here. I got to chill out. Once I seen this pattern set up in this way, I just took it and boom, it ripped. I was like, okay, cool. So once I saw the pattern decreasing, it's bad. This trade was just bad. I mean, I was in the green. I hit my first profit target pretty much. The problem with this trade was that I wasn't focused on it. I was focused on ADTX pretty much, and when I tuned back into it, it was a false break to the high side, which I kind of suspected. I just didn't think it was going to pull back this far as it did. I thought it was just going to come back to maybe this level here and then break lower, but obviously it pulled back way farther. And I just decided, instead of gambling it and potentially seeing if it's going to pull back further, I'll just stop out. So clear patterns. I mean, like I said today, I try to trade clear patterns. Like this one's a higher low here. This one's also uh, what's it called? It pulled back some, and then I was expecting a big rip here. So it was an inside candle. Obviously didn't get it. I try to trade some patterns, or at least candlestick patterns that I recognize. But some of them today is just not working. I have to wait for the longer time frame, I guess, in the 5 minute or something, because this was obviously working in comparison to the 1 minute. Big spreads. I did trade SHPH. It did have a tight spread when I looked at it, if I'm being honest. I didn't have such a big spread, but as soon as I entered the trade, I got a terrible fill, and the next thing you know, it did have a really bad spread. So in SHPH, when I realized the spread was just bad, it was like 68 by 50 something, like 53. That's where I was like, ooh, I shouldn't be in that. Buying the dips as well. This is why I didn't buy any dips today. So like this dip here on MLCO, I could have bought it. Like, honestly could have, but nah, I'm not gonna bother buying that, because to me it just made no sense. Hold on. Okay, that's weird. Okay. So yeah, pretty much buying the dip, it just hasn't been working for me. Like, especially when it's made a move and then I try to buy the dip, or it has a huge drop and then I try to buy it. Like this one would have worked perfectly, but every time that I had done it the days prior, there was no setup, there was no clear pattern. So for example, on this one, it drops all the way back down. I could have bought this support here, but then it dropped again, and then it dropped again, and then it finally spiked up. So this would have been a pretty bad dip buy, I think. Most of the times it just doesn't work out for me. So that's why it's not really a good strategy that I have at the moment. It's not the time to use it, especially with last week, showing zero strength in the market pretty much. With the way everything was just dropping and not bouncing or not recovering or holding any level. Buying the dip wasn't really like the move, I think, because every single dip I bought was pretty much just a massive rejection or continuation to the downside. So I noticed more things that I'm facing at the same time. Like right when I sit at my computer, right when I get to, I guess, my trading station, right? In the middle of my trades, I'm focused on the P&L. So like here, I was like, oh, 9 cents. Let's just say like it's about, $50, whatever. I'm so focused on coming back green that I think that's provoking over trading. So I think that's what's causing me to over trade and take large share sizes, because I'm like, well, if I take a larger share size, I can make it back, like make the money back. So I think those work hand in hand. Also, the pressure to succeed. So I mean, like, I'm seeing people successful in under a year or several years, and like I'm still here after like so many years. And I think that pressure, especially coming up to my age, is starting to really wear down on me. And so that's causing the fear of losing money. I don't want to lose money. I don't want to be red all month, because this entire month I'm down about 1,700. Like, if I'm being real, we're down about 1,700, 1,800 already. And it's like, this is probably the worst of my trading career ever. I've never had this long of a red streak, or this long of or this amount of red in a single month, I don't think. It's just been red. Knowing that everything that I know, knowing all the stuff that I'm doing, it's just kind of surprising for me. I've never been this red before. Obviously, I have had red streaks where I actually blew up my live account, and that's because I wasn't in control of my emotions during that time. Like, I realize now that that's why I blew up my account. It's because I just started becoming careless. I started getting too. I started feeling too much FOMO. I started feeling like too much pressure to like, no, I gotta make it back. I gotta make it back. And that's what was causing me to, do all these things I'm consistently doing wrong. So, I mean, I don't know. It's really hard for me to understand that in the middle of the trade, but I'm trying my best to really hone down here on where I'm messing up and really understand what's causing me to take such massive losses. And obviously, like today, I still overtraded $109, 110 basically went to commission, and that's just because of overtrading in a market that I shouldn't be overtrading in. I should be taking careful trades or more timely trades, I guess, like ones that are really thought out in this slow market compared to what I'm just taking like quick scalps, because scalping is just not really effective, especially if I'm having high fees. I need longer plays, ones that are more obvious. But like I said, most of these trades, I felt like they had the potential to rip. It's just false breaks. So a lot of these trades that I took, it just didn't happen. See, I tried to get in here, false break, waited it out, got in again, and boom, we actually had the success of that trade. But imagine if I only took these trades. So like this one, it hit my low, and I should have stopped out. Instead, I held it and I focused on another stock, stopped out with a loss. So this trade should not have happened. But imagine if I just took these two. Well, this is a 10 cent. I mean, there's a 9 cent move here. So about like 25 bucks. Let's just say 25 bucks after commission is probably like 15 bucks, and then a $10 loser. So I would have been profitable 5 bucks here. Same with this one. That 5 bucks would have been 30 bucks now because I didn't even take it short prior. I tried on this one, I guess this was a short, right? 3 cent, yeah, 3 cent short, 4 cent short here. So I was barely profitable there at all. But imagine if I just cleaned up my trades a little more and taken less commission on it. That would have been easier, or it would have been a lot more effective than just trying to do quick scalps in between all the time, because that's obviously racking up a lot of commission there. So I gotta really think about my trades prior to taking them. But sometimes, like in the morning here, they just started going without me. So I could have taken this trade here in the morning, or even on ADTX. I could have taken it early, but it just started going without me, and I didn't want to chase it. I didn't want to fall into FOMO, because then if I had a massive spike or false break or flush on me, that was kind of it. So things I need to improve on at the moment, or things that I could start doing, is having a smaller profit target, which today, I mean, I didn't have too big of a profit target. But then again, I didn't really have a profit target in general with some of the trades. I didn't really know where it could go, especially with this one right here. I wasn't sure how high it could go. Went to 73, I sold at 70 though, just because I wasn't really sure, what a support or resistance line would be or where it would be. It's 200 was too far at the time for me to even think of the 200 as resistance, but I guess this high here I could have gone for 623 because no, not even that, because we were at 660. So this high here is 650. No, not even this one. This is 690. 666. So we were around, yeah. So I guess this could have been that could have been some sort of resistance level, but like little things like that I'm not looking at, or I don't have a profit target, so that's causing me to sell either too early or too late, I guess. Like I let them run too far and then they drop on me and that's it. So break it or bail out. This one I did think I did a good job on today, especially with like the 1,000 share position. Like it just wasn't doing it, stopped out. This one here wasn't doing it, stopped out, break even. Obviously didn't handle it well on a lot of them, or some of them, like this one, the short. That just, I mean, I wasn't even focusing on it. Could take a short here on MLCO actually. And in anticipation of its 5-minute low break, and then my target would be right here below 680, just about. What is it called? And then waiting for a clear setup. That one I mean, it kind of worked out several times. So like this one, I tried it, false break, and then boom, it finally set up. I took it. This one wasn't necessarily waiting, but as soon as I seen this formation that I was doing here, it rejected 2 times practically and wasn't holding. It's starting to form a red streak. I said, okay, time to get short. I didn't expect it to break down as far as it did, but I mean, at least I sold where my profit target was in a way. ADTX and all those, I mean, they're doing their own thing. I could look at those as well. Let's see. Okay, so let's see if we go back and review this one. Break it or bailout right here. So 36 sold at 35. I guess that was a good one. That one worked out. Break it or bailout on this one, 43 by 40. I mean, that was a pretty good one too. Stopped out before it had a massive flush on me or something. Wasn't doing it. This one, semi-profitable, 46 to 51. About 5 cents, 3 cents go to commission, so really 2 cents profit. About like $6 on that trade. So it wasn't that bad, I guess. ADTX, I thought it was gonna be worse, but again, I missed this entire ride up here. I even said this was an obvious move. I was just too focused on MLCO. And at the same time, there was a dip in between, I think, that I could have bought, and I didn't buy it. Or there was a level that I could have bought. Was it here at 43? I don't remember where it was at, but there was a dip I could have bought at 43, and I didn't buy it. But that was a really obvious trade to take. That was at 23. I don't remember. And then let me see. Okay, so things I'm not sure about doing. Maybe someone in the comments below can help me out with this one. Is taking a larger share size. So for example, 1,000 shares, but having a smaller profit target. So that means, break it or bail out. If it's just not working, like if I'm super confident in the position, it's just not working, I buy in, it makes like 5 cents or 10 cents, sell out. But even though it has a potential to rip 30, 40 cents, just take profits quick whenever I can. Or I can just let the trade run. Obviously, in the right market, a better market, could let the trade run and then start selling half. So that's something I'm also trying out. And I think I'm getting a little better at it. But just taking a larger share size and a smaller profit target to fight the commission. That's basically what I'm trying to do. Now the counter to that is if I take a larger share size and it flushes on me, or if it drops a lot, let's just say I make a 10-cent move with 1,000 shares, it's $100, and then I take a 10-cent loser, with 1,000 shares, stop out, right? Well, now I'm down $120 because of commission. And then if I try to fight that back, it's another $130. It's another $10 basically. So it puts me down 130, and that's if that next trade's profitable or if it's just a loss as well. So it's gonna be quicker wins or losses in commission. So that'll just put me up or down on the day fairly quick. So that's kind of the downside, especially if I have a small profit target. Let's just say I go for 5 cents, but then take a 10-cent loser with 1,000 shares on a flush. It's kind of like, not really helping me either. So that's kind of something I'm contemplating about. Larger share size, smaller profit target, compared to smaller share size, larger profit target, or like average profit target. And obviously trading less to avoid commission. The problem with trading less that I feel is that I won't be as active in the trades when there are good moves. But then again, you have moves like ADTX here, where I'm active, but I'm not active in the right move. So I'm active on the back end. This is a back end move. This is the only front end move I'd say, because it's actually formed some sort of triangle here. I drew it out and everything. And then this one was kind of on the back end as well. So I'm more of the back end trader here than I am the front. The front's where I'm actually profitable, at least on ADTX here. But here I just missed this entire ride up and I didn't want to chase it. So I mean, this was a front end move and I completely missed it. So I ended up trading the back end and just took an L on it. So trading less to avoid commission. I should, because obviously these past several days, a lot of my losses are because of the fees and over trading. So about $200 or $150 in fees, and then my losses are relatively small like this. It's just racking up all these fees, what's really costing me here. So I don't know. It's hard to say. In this market right now, it's obviously costing me. It's not really working to have so many quick scalps. But again, if you have false breaks like on MLCO, just false break after false break after false break. Like, you know, it's kind of tough. Kind of tough to want to take this trade here, or kind of tough to you know, not want to overtrade, because I mean it's just a false break, and then I'm like, well, I don't want to miss the move, so I take it again, and then I don't want to miss the move, take it again. So it's a good setup, just false breaks, or just good setup and just not working out how I'm expecting it to. So I don't know. Anyways, those are basically the things I noticed that I'm doing wrong. If y'all have something that you notice that I'm doing wrong, it would really help if y'all put it in the comments below so I can add this to the list here. But other than that, I was planning to come out with a video this weekend about this. It was actually going to be done yesterday, but I decided I'd rather just cover it in a live trade at the moment and have this little note thing open on the side. And I think it would be better if I found better stocks to analyze, just because last week was so dead. It wasn't really worth covering anything. Look at that. My short would have worked out perfectly. Actually, I would have gotten on this candle, I think. 704, let's just say, and it's all the way down to 84. So I said I wanted to go to 80. Really, I meant this level here. This was the first profit target, which was 90. I just guessed and thought it was 80. But that was my first profit target, and now it's actually breaking down to my second, which would be 80. So that was nice. 10 cents, 20 cents, just about. Anyways, we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. I will see you all tomorrow.